Hello and welcome to Efficient Strategy Gaming. Today I'd like to explain to you guys why I always go free trade. So free trade is available to you under the Laws and Government tab, and it is a trade law. As you can see, I just went from limited exports to free trade while playing Germany here. And I'd like to show you guys the iron resource. The iron resource before I went free trade, I had 316. And now you'll see after I clicked on free trade, I have negative 11 steel available for my production. So I was producing all these things, had 316 iron available, and now I have negative 11, which affects the bottommost equipment types that I am producing first. All these things take iron to build, and because I have negative 11, they each get a penalty to production. So the reason why I explain that to you is that before I went free trade, when I was at limited exports, 25% of my iron resource went to market. And when I click free trade, 80% of all my resources go to market. So that's quite a huge number, but this is balanced out by the fact that you get huge bonuses when you get free trade. So in other words, I get positive 9% research bonus. I also get plus 10% factory output bonus to factories and dockyards. And so the factories and dockyards are available over here under the production tab. And you can control which equipment type basically takes the penalty for having negative of said resource, iron. Well, there's a way to also get around this that will hurt your construction, and you can just simply trade with another country and get your iron resource back. But the thing that you can't do is you can't get this plus 10 to factory out and dockyard output and the plus 9% to research speed. So in almost every case, I make sure that my country goes free trade right off the bat once I get 150 political power, because these bonuses are outstanding, and there are other ways available to you in Hearts of Iron 4 to trade for resources to get back that military production. So the other thing about free trade is that another way around the fact that you lose a lot of your resources is the fact that you can build more infrastructure. As you can see in Moseland here, I built 3 infrastructure and I got 18 iron back. And that'll be given to me after I build the 3 infrastructure. If I run out of oil, for instance, or rubber, I can build synthetic refineries, and I can improve my synthetic refinery tech over here, which will give me more fuel and more rubber resource. I can also research excavation, which will improve my resource efficiency gain. So there's plenty of ways to get resources, but there's not plenty of ways to just get this raw bonus to produce all these. Just think about it. All these little factories are 10% better, produce 10% more equipment, all these different equipment types after I click on free trade. And yeah, it's just absolutely broken. So I would go for it. Don't worry about the resource loss. You can make up for it in other ways. The amount of equipment that you produce can far outweigh that. Mostly I take the penalties in terms of naval production because I feel that it's better to fight land wars unless you're, even if you're Japan, pretty much unless you're the United Kingdom, and you need a naval superiority at all times. I think that it's far superior to create air and land units than it is naval units. You can do a lot more fighting air wars and ground wars than you can fighting naval wars, because if I fight a naval battle, I don't capture someone's production, and I don't capture their civilian factories or their resources for that matter. If I produce guns, I can take over a country, and I can take over all the resources that they have in the country and all the factories that they have in that country. So I hope this makes sense to you guys. If you have a different opinion, please post it down below in the comments section. And please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.